Well, hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. This is episode 19 of this career we've been doing together on YouTube. Um, some of it I've been doing offline just to save you some of the repetitive stuff, but this is pretty much a YouTube inspired career. So, where we left off is we were driving around Minmus or flying around Minmus, grabbing different data from different locations with our lander. And we saved it, and I came back here and I thought, we should probably look around because there's probably stuff in here, missions we can grab that'll be easy, like science data from around the moon. We can do that. Science data from the surface of Minmus, well, we're already doing that, so let's go ahead and get credit for it. And doesn't look like anything else is wildly obvious that we can grab, but, well, let's see what Explore Minmus is. Gather scientific data, return from orbit. Yeah, we can probably do that since we're already there. So let's grab that too. Just go ahead. Now we have missions to actually pay us for the stuff that we're already doing. These science datas, well, that one we're going to have to do. I mean, this is part of the mission. But this one is separate. We're just going to go ahead and quickly take care of that. As you recall, when we put the satellites around the moon in the first place, we created a science satellite that all we have to do is fly to, or basically take control of. And as soon as it comes in, we merely locate the thermometer, log the temperature, send it back, and we have free money and free research for nothing, just because that's what the mission had us do. So, pre-existing hardware, we didn't have to do anything but click on a couple of things and let them hand us money. All right, so let's go back to Minmus where we had left off. And here we are with the science lander. And we'll go ahead and grab that. Takes a little bit to load sometimes, so I'm not sure why, but there we are. Okay, so what we want to do is I was looking around on this, and the flats are all different, right? So there's there's flats, there's greater flats, there's great flats, and then there's minor flats. So there's 4 different flats, and I don't know which one we have already grabbed, and I don't know if there is an easy, yeah, there is an easy way. What we're going to do is review the data that's in here. And we're going to go review stored data. There's a ton of it from the slopes. Great flats. So we did the great flats. We need to do the greater flats, the flats, and the lesser flats. Eventually we'll get there. Okay. So let's just go ahead and fly this thing, and we're just going to go to 90 degrees. And, well, let's just do it. I said 90. This will get us more on an equatorial orbit. I'm not burning hardly anything at all, and we're getting pretty decent speeds. And we'll just watch. Eventually we'll be over the slopes, and I'm not going to try to completely get into orbit, but I'm hoping we're going to pass over some ground here that is something that we need for science. And we have plenty of altitude now. I'm just going to turn sideways again. We're barely burning at all. That should be good enough for now. Let's see what else we hit. And we're over the lowlands. And it may be that we only hit lowlands here for a while, or, we would just be that we have to do something weird. We may also try to grab these flats up here. I would like to think that maybe this is Midlands right here that we're kind of shooting towards. Give it a little bit more power. That way, if we land on it, we have some space to maneuver. Again, still lowlands. Midlands. I don't really like the slopes that are right there, though. I'm thinking that we're probably going to do better if we wait till we're about here. So I am going to go ahead and give us a little altitude. Every time you hear that beep, that is Windows thinking that when I'm trying to control the thrust that I want to use sticky keys. I'm going to have to figure out why that's doing that, because that used to not be a thing. Alright, we're in the Midlands, but see what it looks like from this standpoint. I think once we're passed over that slope, I think we're good to... That's kind of a weird view. I want to flip that over before I do too much of anything else. Not used to the ground being on the bottom and the sky being on top. Alright, come on. Wasting a lot of time with that. Let's fire. So we need this towards the orbit. We do not have a lot of space to slow down from, so... It's kind of funny. Not my normal way of doing this, but we really just don't have a whole lot of room to maneuver with this. Okay, we're actually doing all right now. We have over 300 feet to fall, so I'm not too anxious to start burning too much now that we're kind of starting so slowly. All right. Nice control. More feet to go. There we go. Speeding it up just a little bit, just don't want to waste the fuel. Don't want to waste the time. Alright, here, we're going to come down here. We're going to turn this to... And there we go. Once again, a bit of an angle, but we've got it. We're going to hit the 0 key. That's the key that I have set up to do all these experiments. And we'll keep all of those. Pull Bob out. Pull all the crew report and everything else out of here. We will also do an EVA while we're here, and we will take a surface sample while we're here. And it's still scrolling all that other stuff, so we'll just wander down here. We will collect the data and restore that experiment. We will collect the data and restore that experiment. Let's take the data. These don't need to be restored. And I will just really quickly come down to the bottom here and... Since we're not on too much of a hill, I will put a flag down. That was such a fiasco with the last landing that it just wouldn't quit. Oh, shoot. Yeah. All right, so we're just going to call this Minmus Science. And that's good enough. Grab that. Climb on up. And board. And if you're not bored, then what you should do is realizing that you're really appreciating this video, and click the like button. And while you're clicking that like button, click subscribe to my channel. Couldn't resist. All right, we're going to take off from here, and we're going to go to the northwest, which I believe is this direction. So here we go. Oops. And the way we'll be able to tell, I want to basically hit these flats. Nope. I wanted to go northeast, not northwest. I'm an idiot. Okay. Fortunately, this doesn't really burn too much fuel because the gravity is so low. Okay, I'm pretty sure that should get us, we should be able to get in the flats there without too much trouble. I'm going to head and, well, it's going to turn, so we're not going to do any of too much of this. So I just want to get in a general direction of where retrograde is. Although that's going to change significantly as it comes up and down, but all right. Hop over to here. And we're just going to let this fall a little bit. I really want to be over something other than the lowlands before I start this burn. But I don't think I'm going to get that choice, so I'm just going to go ahead and start firing it up. I mean, to me, I look like I'm over there. But I just got to do it. Ah, we are over the flats. Great. And we're basically, what I'm just trying to do is I'm swinging that out. Trying to get it roughly towards the front. I've got this thing burning or trying to aim me towards retrograde, and so I'm just swinging it back and forth and having it do that. All right. This should be good enough. One of the few times where this and this are equal, so I get to look at the big number, which is nice for my age. And we're going to let that get down quite a bit before I do the shadow down here. I always thought that was kind of cool. All right, I need a decent boost now because I'm going down a real... God damn it. Every time I hit that space bar, it goes and says, oh, do you want to go into sticky keys? And then I have to get out and back in to, have to flip around to get back to the Kerbal Space Program window, which at that point in time, I'm usually burned past what I want to burn. So that's a little annoying. I've got to figure out how to turn off that sticky key thing forever, because when a space bar, or excuse me, when the shift key is something you use a lot in a game, having Windows pull you out of the game to ask you if you want to do something stupid is kind of painful. All right. Getting closer, closer, closer. For whatever reason, this quit. All right, slowly. All right, here we are. right into flats. Let's go ahead and do the routine again. We're going to hit 0. We're going to take all of this science. We're going to have Bob come out, grab all the science, do an EVA, take a surface sample, scroll down here and grab from these things. Take data, collect data, restore, collect data, restore. Oh. It's on the flats, so easy enough to jump out here and put a flag down. Minmus science. All right. Click OK on that. We'll wander back to the ship. We're just going to be bringing home lots of science points. And it's just going to be freaking awesome, I think. All right. So we need to do the highlands. We need to do probably these flats as well. So I'm just going to zip over and do these flats next, because that's going to be pretty quick to do. As long as we make it over the mountains, we should be fine. And we should be able to see that by looking at the way the apoapsis is. So far, it looks like it's over everything. Whoops. All right, I think we're going to go up just a little. And that way it gives me a little bit more room to stop and land on that thing. All right, so we'll do this. We're going to set up a maneuver, actually. And no, we're not. We're just going to wait till we get over the flats and then we'll burn. Okay, we're going to need to slow down when we get there. So I'm going to fast forward this, at least physics fast forward this. Which gives us up to at least 4 times the speed, but it's as good as it'll get us. So the regular time warp starts at 5 times with a single green arrow. Or I guess that's the double green arrow. The single green arrow is normal speed. And we're really looking at this more than anything else. As soon as that changes to flats, well, we'll change to flats here. As soon as it changes to flats over here, we can stop our horizontal movement and land. It's really touchy because it's going at 4 times the speed. Kind of shocked that hasn't said flats yet. There we go, flats. It's greater flats. Is that what we already have? I don't want to land there twice if... Review stored data. There's 41. Great. Just flats. Midlands, slopes, great flats. And these are the greater flats, right? Get me through all of this. These are the greater flats. All right, these are different. Okay, this should be here. Pretty close to here. We're going to have to burn hard, I think, because we really don't have a whole lot of room to slow down. Yeah, we're good. There we go. Pretty much going straight down relative to the spin of Minmus. And we'll be down here momentarily. I don't really like to fall too fast. Obviously too much faster than we can safely land at, but we're just so far above the surface. And it looks like we're closer than we are, which makes me want to slow down. But, you know, we're still above 200 meters, so it's not like this is... There we go. And generally speaking, we should be fine right now. All right, here we are again. Do the magic 0 key. It's just amazing the amount of data that we are pulling from all these. We are going to be able to get so much research when we get back. Take a surface sample. Do an EVA report. And once again, we're going to come down and plant that flag. All right, and this is Minmus Science. So I think we're only missing the lesser flats, the poles, and the highlands. So we are getting there. All right, we're going to board. Oops, no, we're not. We're going to take all this data, and then we're going to board with all of that data, and that way, again, it clears out the crew report spot for the next one. This is going to be a lot. That's just crazy. And we still have to do the upper orbit one, too. So we have a lot left to do. All right. Well, I think I'm going to leave this particular video right here. And I guess on number 20, we'll pick up some of the next steps, and we're getting there. This is a long Minmus mission, but it's going to be well worth the effort. So thank you for watching. Please click the like button. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. In the meantime, have a great day and be safe.